अरहम अरहम
ओम अरहम बच्चा लोग, कैसे हो आप? ओम अरहम कृता,
ओम अरहम। जय जिनेन्द्र
जय
everyone.
जिनेन्द्र अभियान
ओम मारा
ओमरम साइशा।
ओमरम आंटी आप कैसे हो?
मैं बहुत अच्छी हूँ खुशी। ओमरम
ओमरम
हम 5 मिनट्स वेट करते हैं, सबको ज्वाइन इन होने देते हैं। ओके
ओके
Sachi, you can unmute yourself, probably if you have joined.
आई हैव अनम्यूट माय सेल्फ नाउ।
Prachi, should I start making the announcement or are we waiting for the kids to join?
It's only 11 kids. I think we have to wait for kids to join, so then it will be more better.
Sure, let's wait for a couple of more minutes.
Yeah.
Umaram.
Omaram bacha.
Prachi, are we starting?
Guys, because we have to make announcement, we thought let all the kids come in because the attendance is quite low today. If you want, we can start in.
Okay, fine.
I think we can start. It's already 5 minutes over time.
Yeah, that's fine, Shiksha. Go on.
Sure. Oh, Marham kids, how are you all? I think most of you are enjoying your holidays. You would also know that the pollution is starting from 15th. Are you all excited about it?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Great. So
Yes. Yes.
good. So we have a lineup of very interesting activities for you for all the 7 days of pollution. And Prachi auntie is gonna add somewhat details to what I discuss with you now. So you will be on 15th of August, which is a Saturday, when the pollution actually start. You would have a Samaik Divas, right? So does everyone know what a Samaik is?
No.
No. So yes, as
Yes.
most of you don't know
Yes.
what Samaik is,
Yes.
Samni ji is gonna explain us what is the importance of Samaik. And she would also be explaining how to do proper Samaik. And what we would do extra is that you kids would be doing Samaik for that day and explaining us that how you did your Samaik. Right? Okay. So next we will have Prachi. Is there any further information regarding the Samaik Divas that you want to that you would like to add?
No. It is all you have covered everything. So, bacha, that is what Shiksha auntie covered is exactly what we're going to do on our first day. That is a Samaik Divas. Please join in. So you will, and you know, even we have lots of prizes for every day only for your attendance. So make sure that you all join in.
Okay, nice. Probably I missed mentioning that all these pollution activities, they would be taking place from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. every day from 15th till for the next 8 days, right? And kids and any friends from India, they can also join us from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Okay.
Shiksha, just one more thing. Just added for small kids, they can do it with the parents.
Yes, they can do it with the parents. So for day 2, we would be having a Dhyan Divas, wherein we would understand what is the power of meditation. Are you kids aware of meditation? We have been practicing meditation by Samni ji for the last 5 minutes in Gyanshala. Do you practice it? So Samni ji is gonna explain us the power of meditation on 16th of August, which is Sunday. And there would also be an external guest lecture from a speaker who is very good at meditation. She's gonna tell us what are the positive things that we get from meditating. What is that it helps keeping our mind in peace and everything. So on 16th of August, we'll have meditation. And for you kids, we have an extra activity that we'd be playing a dharam crossword or a puzzle. So just charge up yourself for a very interesting round of crossword and puzzle. Yes, Suhani, you have a question to ask. Are you not able to unmute yourself?
Sohani, you're on mute.
Maybe we can come back to you, Suhani, later. Next on third day, which is 17th of August, we'll have Vani Sanyam, which is a power of silence. So probably what we'll try to practice is like for a couple of hours, or even for smaller kids, maybe half an hour, we'll try to practice mon. That is, we would not speak. We would rather use that time to just do spiritual enchanting within ourselves. Right. This would, and Samniji would also then explain us the reason why being mourn and why practicing such silence really helps in the spiritual growth. As an extra thing, fun activity for that day would be a word antakshari. So how Vikas uncle would be doing that? You guys have to look through couple of bhajans and other prayers that we have been doing in JVB, and we'd be giving some like spiritual word. You'll start singing from that. So I mean, like, not start singing, but probably that word should come in between the bhajan that you are singing. So prep yourself for these bhajans or any spiritual prayer. So that would be something that we'd be doing. Any questions so far? Or Prachi, if you have to add anything.
No, Vishal, if you want, Vikas, if you want to say anything about Vard and Takshri, so kids can understand it more better way.
Yeah, Prachi. So what Antakshari is basically how we are playing Antakshari with the songs, where the one starts with one letter and finishing with the another letter, which is the starting letter of the new for the other team. So similarly, we are playing the word Antakshari, where we need to spell out the names either of the Lord of the Mahavi name, or the part which the chapters which you have read and understood and learned so far. Any words from those can be used to play this word Antakshari. So for example, let's say if I'm starting with Bha, so Bha is Bhakta Amar. The last letter is Ra. So Ra, you need to start from Ra. We can say Ra is Rajimati ji or Rathnemi. Then it ends with Ma. That means Mahavi Swami ji. So in that way, we are playing the word Antakshari.
Bacha log, it will be very exciting when we play on that day. So please be excited. There is lots and lots of things coming up, lots of exciting prizes. Just think about it and your parents can help you. Yes, Shiksha.
Okay. So nice. I think we all are so excited about the word Antakshari, the crossword puzzle, and sharing our show and tell about the Samai thing. Next, on 18th, which is Tuesday, we'll have the Jap Divas. So Jap is mantra, wherein Samniji would explain us what is the power of mantra. How do we do the mantras or enchant the mantras in the right way? And what is the power or the positivity that we get when we enchant a mantra? So that session would be followed by a bhajan or playing instrument. I'm sure most of your kids are playing some of the instrument, maybe a piano or a guitar or some other musical instrument. So pull your sleeves up, try to practice as much as possible on your musical instrument and present a bhajan or any kind of thing on that day. Right, kids? And please feel free to ask any questions from Krita Di or any of the teachers of Gyanshala. We'd be happy to support like your preparations or also your any questions you have. So next on 19th, which is Wednesday, we'll have Mahavir Jeevan, which is the Mahavir Janam thing that we would be doing. And Samniji is gonna explain us about the swapn of Queen Trishla and how Mahavir Bhagwan he was born, and what are the different like Panch Garv of Mahavir Swami. So that is the session for that day. As an extra, there would be a drawing competition sort of a thing. So you draw one of the Chauda Swapna of Queen Trishla, and we'd showcase the best painting, and again prizes to be won. On 20th, which is a Thursday, we have Khadya Sanyam, which is power of fasting. So during this session, I think during Paryushan, most of your parents and some of you would also be doing Ekasana, Vyasana, or even fasting for the complete day. That day, Mandami is going to tell us what is the power of fasting. Fasting not just help. Sorry.
Won't we have a fast on the last day as we always do?
Very nice. Yes. You know what,
Can
Mandami? Mm-hmm.
Did you know on the second day it's my birthday?
Oh, Shaisha, we'll celebrate your birthday also with this thing. Okay. And very nice if you kids are planning to do samaik or like fasting for one, like having ekasana or bayasana. So this is like very important. Not only it gives spiritual strength to us, but it also cleanses our body. So the like doing samaik or any form of fasting, it has its own scientific implications on our body, and it's very healthy. So Vandami is gonna walk us through what is the power of fasting, and that day we'd also like hear about the real stories related to fasting. How did Bhagwan used to do fast, and how he attained from this eternal fasting? How did he attain moksha? So we are going to hear a lot of stories on that. On day 7, which is 21st of August, we would have Anuvrat, which is the power of vow. Vows are when you take a vow to do a tyag or do a pachkan. So what exactly, how it motivates you to give up things in life, how it builds you stronger. I mean, like it builds you stronger. If you give up something, it builds you stronger from inside, that you're not going to take this thing. So power of vow. And as an extra thing, there would be Krita Didi would be explaining the point-based tracker, and she would also be announcing the winners for that. So probably after this session, Krita Didi is also going to explain us what is this point-based tracker, and what are the different activities that you have to do during this Paryushan, so that you can be among the top 5 leaders. We'll have a leaderboard there, and lots of prizes to be won there.
Yeah.
Krita, probably after this thing, if you can share the tracker,
Yes.
if you have it over presentation, so that would be useful.
Yes. Okay. I'll share it on the group chat and at the end of the session.
Yeah, sure. And finally, the last day of Paryushan, which is again a Saturday on 28th August, we say Shama Devas. We all say Michhami Dukadam, right? So we'll say Michhami Dukadam to our elders, to our friends, to everyone whom we would have hurt knowingly or unknowingly, right? Any kind of trouble that we created, any kind of problem we created, or any kind of wrong thing we did, we are going to say Michhami Dukadam to everyone, right? And then we'll also conclude this session by having a very...
You say Kamat Khavna.
Yes, Khamat Khamna. That's the same thing. So we'll have a concluding talk from all the teachers also, discussing like how your Paryushan days went. We'll have some sort of like a show and tell again. So that is something, a day wherein teachers can talk, the kids can share their experience. So we'll keep it open, right? Happy to answer any questions you have. All the teachers would be happy to support you through all the days. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to reach us at JVB Gyanshala at jvblondon.org, or reach us directly on the Gyanshala group. Now, Prachi Auntie is going to share additional details related to Paryushan activities.
Omaram Bacha Log, I hope you are excited. Thanks, Shikshika Auntie for sharing. Shiksha Auntie for sharing this. Thanks, Vikas Uncle, for highlighting about Word and Takshri. I think you guys are equally excited as I am for Gyanshal, for the Paryushan. Are you kids?
Yes.
Believe me, it's gonna be so exciting, and you know there are lots of prizes. There are prizes for your attendance, so make sure we attend all the classes because we will take a quite attendance. So then we know whom we can give the gift to. So it's all about having that participation prizes. So please participate, and we'll make this. And you know what, Saisha, we can celebrate your birthday in a dharmic way, in a very lovely way. You will really enjoy it. Okay, Saisha? Be a part of it on your birthday. And similarly, all kids, please be a part of it. It will be very nice, and it will be all like recreating ourselves in this position in a very nice way. I think please join in. If you have any issues connecting anything, you know, you can get in touch with us. We'll be always there to help you out. Participate in more and more things. If you know any good bhajan, if you know to play instrument, please enroll your names. We will keep announcing this a day prior. तो मम्मी पापा को बोलना, मामा मेरे को इसमें पार्ट लेना है, और सब में पार्ट लेना. इट्स ओके कि अगर हम वी आर नॉट गुड, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. ओके, डोंट जज योरसेल्फ, जस्ट पार्टिसिपेट. एक एक सॉन्ग सीख लो अभी तक, कोई भगवान जी के गाना सीख लो, so then you all can present on these things. There are lots of things going on, so bachcha log, please participate in everything. Don't think and don't judge yourself. We are there to judge you, and we would love to hear you. So please aap log sab participate karna. That is the key. Only your participation can make this position more joyful and successful. Okay bachcha log? Now Krita, over to you. And आप सबको पता है 29th को अगस्त में हमारा क्विज है. हमने अभी तक जितना ज्ञानशाला में पढ़ा है, whatever we have read in Gyanshala or learned in Gyanshala, that will be conducted in a form of quiz. उस क्विज में बहुत सारे प्राइजेस है, पार्टिसिपेशन प्राइजेस है. सो प्लीज मम्मी पापा को बोलना आपको रजिस्टर करे इस क्विज के लिए. ओके, आप जैसे ही रजिस्टर करोगे आपको एक लिंक आएगी और आपको उस दिन उस लिंक पे होना है. आई नो छोटे बच्चा लोग आप सबका आंसर नहीं दे पाओ, तो अपने मम्मा पापा को आप अपने पास बिठा सकते हो. इट्स ओके, इट्स नॉट चीटिंग, इट्स हेल्पिंग, और वी हेल्प ईच अदर. ठीक है, तो मम्मी पापा भी आपको हेल्प कर सकते हैं, एंड यू कैन बी फर्स्ट. इट्स ओके, यंग एज में तो मम्मी पापा हेल्प करते हैं. ठीक है, सो प्लीज बच्चा लोग, आप लोग सब पार्टिसिपेट करना एंड एनरोल योरसेल्फ फॉर द एग्जाम. डोंट थिंक मैं छोटा हूं, मेरे को सब नहीं आता. मम्मा पापा है ना. ओके, सो यू डोंट नीड टू वरी, एंड एवरीबॉडी प्लीज एनरोल योरसेल्फ. ओवर टू यू कृता. ओम आराम बच्चा लोग.
Hi kids, how's everyone feeling about Paryushan? Are we excited?
Yes.
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 Yeah. Oh, good. Nice excitement. Yes. Okay. So today I'll be doing a little revision session for the quiz that Prachi Aunty just mentioned. But before that, I want to share the tracker that we talked about. So let me just go onto it. So here we have the tracker. Can everyone see it? Yeah. So what this tracker has, it has different activities that you can do during Paryushan. So some of them are just simple, like doing pranam to your parents. Then other ones are much more difficult. So for example, only drinking achit water in the day. So that means only drinking boiled water in the day, so that you have less bad karma. Or maybe not walking on greenery, maybe not spending any time using screens during the day. And each one has more points, the more difficult it gets, okay? And you can go up to 30 points, okay? So now, what we're going to do is for every day, I want all of you to track down what you do, okay? So for example, if on day 1, I have recited the Navgai mantra, I would do a yes, or I would do a tick over here. And then at the bottom, I would do the total for the day. You can do this for every single day, and then give me your total for all 8 days. And so at the end of the Paryushan, I will be giving out prizes to whoever has the most points, because you've been very good during Paryushan and you've made the least bad karma. Okay? Did everyone understand?
Yes.
Yes? So I'll be sharing this on the Gyanshala group very soon, so your mama and papa can download it and then you can use it. Yes? Okay, good, very nice. Any questions? No, I don't think so. Okay. Now, what else we are doing today is it's a little quiz type of thing. It's more revision for the global quiz that we're going to be doing in 2 weeks time, in a few weeks time. Okay, so it's for revision. So I know the breakout room kids, they won't be able to answer much of this, but I'm hoping that the big kids can answer, and you can, some of the questions everyone can answer. Okay, so first question. In the Navkar mantra, why do we bow down to the Arihants before the Siddhs? Who know? Oh, who knows? You can just unmute and share.
Because Ari means first.
Yes, slightly, but there's a bigger meaning.
Because Aryans shows
Shows
the path.
Yes. Okay, so we can think about it as the
To
Siddhs.
sell it to
Yes.
God.
Pardon?
To sell it to God.
Yes, but both of them, we look up to both of them as role models. Why do we do Arihant before Siddh? Even though
Because
Yeah.
Aryans teach and Siddhs don't.
Yes. So what Sachi is getting at is that Arihants, they haven't attained moksha yet, but Siddhas already have. So Arihants, they are still teaching us and they are still guiding us, and they still appear in the Jain texts, whereas Siddhs have already reached moksha. They don't have anything to do with us anymore. Yes? Okay, next question. What are some benefits of reciting a mantra? So it could be the Navkar mantra, it could be another mantra. You can guess.
It gives us strength.
It gives us strength. Very nice, especially spiritual strength. Any others?
It gives us positivity.
It gives us positive vibes. Very
More
nice.
spiritual growth. It gives
Spiritual growth.
Navkar mantra.
Hmm. Yes. Very okay. Good. So we have positivity, growth, strength. Anything else? What does it do to our karma?
Calm us down.
Yes, it keeps the karma down. Yes, sorry.
Happy.
Yes, keeps you happy. Rachit, are you saying something?
We not be scared.
Yes.
It
you have-
washes away all the sins.
Yes, good. Okay, so some reasons, you've said good reasons. Okay, so one could be to avoid obstacles. Yes? And so they can tell you the right path. And then it can also help you find the solution to any obstacles. Yeah. It helps you have increased willpower, memory, and strength. And it gives you purity and happiness of mind. So that's the positivity. And it can also help you destroy some bad karma. Good. Some nice answers. So are we reciting mantras every day? At least the Navkar mantra?
Yes.
Yes, very nice.
Yes.
Third question. Good. Okay, third question. When should we recite the Navkar mantra?
Anytime.
Any time is a good time, yes. Very nice.
When we are scared.
We could do it in the morning.
Before eating, before and before sleeping and the garden seed.
Okay, good, good. Okay, so what I heard from that was any time. But I also heard before sleeping. Anyone else know any other time? So when
Before eating.
before eating, good.
Before going out.
Before going, very nice. Before eating, before sleeping,
After waking up.
after waking up. Very good. I think we've got all of them. Okay, so before eating food, you need to say it once. When you're going out, you should say it 4 times. When you're before sleeping at night, you should say it 7 times. Some of you also recite the logas before sleeping. And then after waking up in the morning, you can try and say it 8 times, okay? And that will make you have a good day or a good going out or good sleep. Very nice. Next question. What are the characteristics of Devgati? So the older kids know what the Devgati is. So what are some of the characteristics?
Peace. Peace.
Peace, yes. What else?
Always enjoy.
Yes, they always enjoy. What can Devs not do?
Be angry and upset.
Devs can be angry and upset, but there's one main thing we can do, but they can't do. We can do something that Devs can't do.
Cry.
Pray. We can pray. We can do Samaik Pratikrama. We can't. Pardon, Kushi?
Ninjara.
Yes, Nirjara. We can do Nirjara. They can't.
Power.
Yes, good. Pranaya, do you have something? Go on.
They cannot be born again.
No, they can be born again. Devgati, so they're people who live in Devlok. So they are reborn often, most times, as a Manushya, as a human. Good try though. Medansh, did you have something? No? Okay. So some of the characteristics. So they have supernatural powers. Yes. And they have access to luxuries. So they're usually always happy. But that they cannot pray. Okay. We can pray. They are reborn as a Manushya and they can achieve liberation after being reborn as Manushya. And also, Devgati, the life is very limited, but it's very long. So what devs begin to think is that, oh, my life is forever, and they begin to enjoy it. But then when it finishes, they are often very upset. Okay, we had most of the answers, so very nice. Now, what do the 4 dots in the swastik show?
The 4 gatis.
Yes, what are the 4 gatis?
Devgati, Manushya Gati, Devgati, Manushya Gati,
Or Naragati.
Tiryansh Gati.
And Naragati, very nice, good. So Rachit had it all, well done. I had many others also do it, okay? So they show the 4 gatis, Narki, Devta, Tiryansh, and Manushya. Now, what is a Kaya? A bit harder, slightly harder. Older kids, do you know? It's part of a presentation.
Karmas.
Body.
Body, yes, Kushi, good. So it's the physical structure of the soul or a jeev. Should we pay it a lot of attention to our Kaya?
Yes.
To some extent. But it's more of just a thing that's taking our body, like our soul. Our soul is the most important thing, okay? So our soul is the one that should matter the most. Good. Now, what are the 6 Kayas? This is a bit tricky. We can have... Well done, Rajiv. Good. Good. I don't know who said that, but very nice. So what they are is Prithvikai, so that's the earth. Then we've got Apkai, so that's water. Then we have Devkai, which is fire. Vaukai, meaning wind. Vanaspatikai, meaning trees and plants. And then Traskai, that's us, humans and animals. Good. What is a jeep?
A living thing.
A living being. Living being.
A living being, good. So a jeev is a living being that has a body and a soul. Okay, so don't forget the soul. So now the soul, it's got a flexible size and it can fit into any body that it occupies. So for example, a soul can fit into a big elephant, but it can also fit into a tiny insect. So it's flexible. Now, what's the difference between a stavar and a dras jeev? So for a hint is that stavar jeev are non-mobile jeevs and dras jeevs are mobile jeevs. So who can tell me the difference? You can guess from what I've said, mobile and non-mobile, meaning one can move, the other can't. Pardon?
One of them is is not real. One of them is a jeep.
Difference of sense.
Yes, good. So, yes, you were right with the senses. Okay, so Stavarjiv, they cannot move and they only have one sense, and that's the sense of touch. So, for example, plants and water or trees, they are Stavarjivs. Okay, whereas you've got Trasjiv. So, Trasjiv are the mobile Jiv. So, they can move and they have 2 or more senses. So, for example, us, tigers. What are the 5 senses, little kids? What are the 5 senses?
Eyes.
Yes. I think we got all 5. Good.
Eyes, nose, ears, lips,
Good. Very nice. We got all 5. Good. Now, next one. What are the names of Rishabdev's parents? We're gonna need this for the quiz. Yes?
Queen Trishla.
Not Queen Trisha. That's for Mahavir Bhagwan. This one is a bit hard.
Nabi Raja
Mhm.
Marudevi Mata.
Very nice. Good. So we have Marudevi Mata, so his mother. And then we have Nabi Raja. Okay, so an extra question. What is the symbol for Rishabdev Bhagwan? So the lanchan, what is it?
Bull.
Bull. Good. Good. Okay, good. Very nice. Okay. What does Jainism believe about God? Oh, Pranaya, nice picture of a bull. You did this for our breakout room? Beautiful picture. Okay. Now, what does Jainism believe about God?
There's 24 gods.
Okay, so does Jainism believe in God? It's a hard question.
No.
No, it doesn't. Okay. So let me tell you what Jainism believes about God. So basically, in Jainism, we do believe in a God, but God isn't a creator. So you know, in other religions, they believe that God created the world, etc. But for us, God, he's not a creator, but he's just a perfect being. So what's a perfect being? So that's a person who's destroyed all their karma. They've become a liberated soul. And so now they are a perfect being and they now live in moksha. So that's God for us. So we think of God as someone who possesses infinite vision. So they know about the past and the future and the present, infinite knowledge and power and bliss. So that's what you achieve in moksha. So that's what we believe about God. So they're more role models instead of creators and destroyers. Does everyone understand? Yes. Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. Now, what are the 8 karmas in Jainism?
Jnanavanya, Darshanavanya, Vednya, Monya, Ayusha, Nam, Gotra, Antray.
Good. Very nice. So we've got Gnanavaranya, got Darshanavaranya. So Gnanavaranya is anything against knowledge. Darshanavaranya is anything against the soul's power of perception. So that's being able to see from right from wrong. Okay. Then you have Antray. So that's when you obstruct doing good actions. So for example, if you stop someone from doing charity. Then you've got Mohanya. So that's belief and conduct deluding. So that's more of when you have like attachment, like lots of attachment to something. Then you've got Nam. So that's responsible for how you look and the type of body you have. Then you have Gotra. So that determines the type of caste or family you're born into, even religion. Then Ayushya. So that's how long one's life is. And then you have Vedanya. So that's against the feelings of pain and pleasure. Okay. So now, next question. Which of the Bhagwans is the Uvasagar Sutra dedicated to? Parshvanath Prabhu, well done. It's dedicated to Parshvanath Prabhu. Who knows who wrote the Uvasagar Sutra?
Bhadrabhahu Swami.
Bhadrabhahu Swami, very nice. Okay, now for Jainism, what is the aim of life? Big question, but what do we believe?
To attain
To
moksha.
get moksha.
To attain moksha. But can we attain moksha in this ara, in the 5th ara?
No.
No, we can't. So what is the aim of life for us right now?
To reduce karma.
Yes, very nice. So for us, usually it is to get moksha and to break free from cycle of life and death. But because we can't do it in this ara, we just need to try and reduce as many karmas as possible. So when we're born in another ara, we can achieve moksha. Yes? Good. Now, what are the 3 jewels? So, Samyak, what comes after Samyak?
Gyan, Darshan, Charitra.
Very nice. So we've got Samyak Gnan, meaning the right knowledge. We have Samyak Darshan, meaning right faith. And then we have Samyak Charitra, meaning right conduct. Good. What are the 5 Mahavrats, the 5 great vows of Jainism? I'll give you a clue. One of them is do not steal. What's another one?
Ahimsa, Ahimsa.
Good.
Satya.
Anuvrat.
Yes.
Chari.
Yes. So Anuvrat is one of them, slightly Pranaya, but there's
Charity.
5 main ones. We've had a lot of them. We've got Ahimsa, we've got Asatya, we've got we have a lack of attachment. Anything else?
Acharya.
Brahmacharya, good. So we've got Ahimsa, non-violence. Then we've got Satya, so saying the truth. Then we've got Asteya, meaning don't steal. Then we have Brahmacharya, meaning chastity. And then we've got Aparigra, meaning no possessiveness. Good. Then, in the Loka Sutra, what is a Tirthankar described as being, especially in the last verse? Clue, it's related to nature. So what does Chandesu Nimalera mean?
Chandra Prabhuji.
Okay, not Chandra Prabhuji. The names come before that, but now they're describing the qualities.
Chand se bhi nirmal.
Well done. Okay, that was in good course. Okay, yeah, so it means purer than the moon. Okay, another characteristic is brighter than the sun. So imagine how bright that must be. And then deeper than the ocean. Okay, so these are the three characteristics that we call Tirthankar Bhagwans as being. Okay, now this is about bhavnas now, so a bit more trickier. What does the Sansar Bhavna show, and why is it important for us? What does it mean, first of all? Anyone remember? Or maybe do you need to brush up on it? Okay, so just as a revision, here we go. So what it shows to us is that there's no permanent relationship in the universe. So all the materialistic things that we have attachment to, they can never give true happiness. So you might be attached to maybe your toy or your phone or something else, but they can never give you true happiness. So in life, we need to try pursuing religious things, less than wealth and materialistic things. Understood? Good. Now, another bhavna. What is the ekatva bhavna and why is it important?
No one comes together.
Getting there? Okay, let me show. So it means that the soul is alone and it's solitary. Okay, so no one else is with the soul is just by itself, it's one thing. And so it does, it helps your spiritual progress because it helps you detach yourself from another person and it helps you detach yourself from society. So then you can do renunciation. So that's basically when you take diksha, you become a sadhu or a sadhvi. So that's why thinking about the ekatva bhavana is very good. And even in daily life, it helps. Maybe you lost a friendship. Well, then you realize that, oh, the soul is alone anyway. So it can help you gain strength. Okay. Now, next bhavana. What's the anyatva bhavana? And why is that important? No? Look, now maybe you find out something you need to improve on for the quiz, okay? Because these questions will come up on the 29th. Okay, what does the anyatva bhavana show? It shows us that we are a jeev in an ajeev body, okay? So our soul is in a temporary body. And so as I said before, in this material world, nothing belongs to us, not even our bodies. And so we need to stop focusing on our bodies and how they look and like treatments for it, etc. We should be focusing on our souls and not letting ourselves be controlled by greed, attachment, desires, physical urges, etc. We need to try and separate our souls from our bodies. Okay? So this is something you can applicate in your lives, especially during Paryushan. Okay. Now, what's Asuchi Bhavna and why is that important? Okay, let me just say. So what the Asuchi Bhavana is, it's that our bodies, they are Asuchi. So basically they grow, they decay, they form waste. But do you know what's pure? Our souls. Our souls are Suchi, meaning pure. So they don't do any of the other things, which is like growing, decaying, making waste, etc. And so they remain unaffected by the body's pain, pleasure, etc. And so we need to try focusing more on our soul, like I said before, which is already pure. And it can become more pure by religious activities, helping you go to moksha. So Malinath's story can be related to this. If anyone knows Malinath's story, do you want to share? We have 2 more minutes. No? Okay, so Malinath Swami, Tirthankar, what she once did was she made a statue out of herself. Okay, because she had
Were you asking something to me?
No, I was asking everyone. Do we know Malinath's story? No? Okay, so
I know it.
Yes, Sachi, do you want to explain about the statue?
Yes.
Go
So, Malinaji once she was very beautiful and she made a statue of herself, and loads of kings from the kingdoms came there because she was so beautiful and wanted to marry her, and they threatened her dad and said that if you don't marry us, then we will take over your country. And then her dad got very worried because if like 3 people invade us and we're only 1, we won't have enough soldiers. So then one day she thought of a plan. So she called all the men to her house and showed them her statue. But what she had done from 2 weeks was she'd filled the statue with all the food that she hadn't eaten, and now it smelled very bad. And then I don't know what she said. I don't remember after that.
So what this one was about was what we discussed with the Bhavna. So when we discussed with the Bhavna that here we go again. So with the Bhavna, we discussed that our bodies are impure. And so that's what she was showing. She was showing that, oh, look, after a while, our bodies smell bad, just like the statue, and they form waste, and they're not that pure. Whereas our souls are much more purer. And so she was telling the princess to think more about their souls and try to purify them instead of just going after beauty and how people looked and being very materialistic. Okay? Now, last question. You did this last week. What is Maitri Bhavna? You did this last week, so who remembers?
To be friendly.
Be friends with everyone. So not just humans, but to also be friends with animals or insects or and other humans, of course. And it begins with loving and being compassionate for all. So that's part of our ahimsa. Okay, and so our friendship, it needs to be unconditional and not judgmental at all. Okay, and so it's very good to be think about Maitri Bhavna, because it means that we are taught to not be harsh in our actions or our words, and to also support and protect everyone. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now that are very bad, and we need to try and help them and be there for them. It means that we're more forgiving and tolerant and caring, and by being friends with all beings, we can also avoid bad karma. So it helps us do all these things. So that concludes our revision session. And next week we won't have Gyanshala because we'll all be doing Purusha. Okay, now over to Prachiben or Shikshaben, whoever wants to take it. Shikshaji?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, kids. So how was the revision session and how do you think where you stand? Agar aap sare answer de paए, so it's good. If not, then you need a revision. So we will definitely share a link as well where you have all the coursework, jitna bhi humne padhaya. Everything is attached in that link. So please go through it. Roz ek sun lena. Might be you will able to recap everything what we have learned. Okay, bachcha log? So make sure we all get ready and prepared.
Prachi, can children also start sharing their names on the Gyanshala group in which activity they would want to participate?
A very good idea, Shiksha auntie.
So kids, for all the Paryushan activities that we just showed, can you start volunteering your name, nominating your name? We'll be sharing the schedule also on the Gyanshala WhatsApp group. So whichever activity you want to do, you should definitely share your name. Okay?
I think आप सबको सब activity करनी है, right? Please सब activity में नाम लेना. And put surprise Shiksha auntie that we want to part in every activity. She'll be so happy.
And excuse me. Hello.
Vandami Navam Sami Shamdi ji.
Teachers. May I suggest you have registration for this global quiz of kids?
Yes, Vandami.
Okay, then let's go ahead. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vandami.
Hello.
So बच्चा लोग, everybody have to participate in all the activities of Pajution. Don't forget to register yourself for the quiz. क्योंकि एक बार quiz line बंद हो जाएगी, then nobody would be able to share with your friends and family. सबको course भी भेज दो, अपने cousins को भी भेजो, so then everybody can take a part. हम क्यों भगवान अरियन बने, उन्होंने अपना नॉलेज शेयर किया. आप भी अपना ये नॉलेज और आपने जो सीखा है अपने कजिन्स के साथ शेयर करना एंड स्प्रेड द वर्ड, सबको पार्टिसिपेट करने देना. Okay, all the best. Looking forward for you all in Pajution. अभी कोई क्लास नहीं है. We'll start a new session from September. Till then बच्चा लोग हम Pajution में रोज मिलेंगे. Okay, over to you Vandami. Vandami Namasami Shamni ji.
Actually, I have no program today, but just I would like to inform kids that soon you will have these Punya point sheets for the kids, and sometimes kids can do better than adults. Are you sure? Kids?
Yes.
Sometimes kids
Yes.
can do better than adults.
Yes.
So I request you all that please be aware, and there will be a Punya point sheet to you all, and whatever your teachers taught, and also small tapasya like Naukarsi, 48-minute after sunrise, then prayer sometime, so small fasting, and sometime ekashnu, biashnu. These things kids can do very well.
How can I participate in?
Yeah, any teacher can respond.
Who's that?
Janisha Singhvi.
Janisha, are you or your mummy is a part of Gyanshala group?
No.
Okay, so Janisha, can you privately share your detail with on this Zoom with Krita Di, Shiksha Auntie, me, or Vikas Uncle, your mummy's number. So we will add you in Gyanshala group, bacha. So there are all updates coming in there.
Okay, thank you.
And we also will update all this activity on our website, which is jvp.london. So you can see everything there as well, bacha. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Vandami.
So my main concern is Paryushan, and very special 8 days, and I think kids will be victorious. They will get more punya point than adults. So my focus on kids, and kids can do small fasting, then kids can do chanting, kids can do samaik, kids can do small reading, and also kids are very enthusiastic because every day 3 to 4 they have their program. So in their program means kids Paryushan afternoon, so kids can connect, and sometime if ahead of time they will give us their information that okay, we would like to speak 2 minutes or 1 minute, then we can add their name, and so very interesting program. And those kids who can understand Hindi, now some of them are doing courses as well. So morning 10 to 12 lecture in Hindi, then afternoon 1 hour Hindi, then evening, then afternoon kids program totally in English, and the evening program would be Hindi, English, and many other nice bhajans and English pratikraman. So now all of you learned pratikraman, some parties. So may I request, please join and do and recite at home, because we will be all connected by Zoom. So clear? Any question, please?
Yes.
So Annie, do you have a question?
Because why do we do Namodian Tanam before eating?
Samniji?
Yes, I'm here. So, like, we want to energize our food, one thing. eh? Then we want to connect with God. So, Naukar Mantra itself is a dedication to God. And Jain God is purification. So, purifying everything what we eat and our thought. Sometime we don't say, oh, Mama, I don't like this, and then mama say, no, this is good for your health, please eat. So at that time it will create a really good vibration, and you can eat happily whatever mama prepared for your health and well-being. So it is creating really a great environment, because before we eat we invite God. Oh God, come and eat with us. Is making sense, Suhani?
Yes, I
Okay.
want to ask a question.
Yes, Janisha?
I was asking that who made Namokar mantra?
Oh, really, it is a great question, but it is still mystery. Many books written, many sutras written. So first time we get in the invocation of Bhagavati Sutra, and very, very important question, but it is unanswered question yet by many acharyas, many generations, but for many inscriptions are there, so they prove it is the oldest mantra in Jain tradition.
Any other questions? Just unmute yourself. I don't think there's any other questions.
No, Vandami, if you want to do a Manglik.
Yes. Fold your hands in prayer pose, close your eyes gently. Chattari Mangalam, Arahanta Mangalam, Siddha Mangalam, Sahu Mangalam, Kevali Pannatto Dhammo Mangalam. Chattari Loguttama, Arahanta Loguttama, Siddha Loguttama, Sahu Loguttama, Kevali Pannatto Dhammo Loguttamo. Chattari Sarnam Pavajjami, Arahante Sarnam Pavajjami, सिद्धे शरणं पवज्जामि साहु शरणं पवज्जामि केवली पन्नतं धम्मं शरणं पवज्जामि विघ्न हरण मंगल करणे स्वाम भिक्षुनो नाम गुणियों लख समरण किया सरे अचिंत्या का अंगूठे अमृत बसे लब्धि तना भंडार श्री गुरु गौतम समरिए मन वांछित फल दातार सिद्ध साधु प्रणमी करी ऋषभादिक 24 स्तव ना करूं प्रमोद धरी जय जस कर जगदीश जय जस कर जगदीश जय जस कर जगदीश
न्यूज़मी हम सब आपके आभारी है
सभी पूरी अच्छी तैयारी करना, सब बच्चों को बहुत अच्छे ब्राइट नंबर लाना है। आज कृता दी ने जो रीकैप सेशन किया ना, वही सारे क्वेश्चन आपके उसमें आ सकते हैं। शिया?
Yes, Shamni ji.
Yeah, so get ready for the quiz.
Yes.
Okay.
ओम आराम बच्चा लोग।
Om Aram.
Maram.
Maram.